Welcome to Out of the Blue, number 23.
I've been reading certain things that are just random, but they are going together beautifully.
Oh, yeah?
Freaking out.
Cool.
And have you read anything together?
No, who is J.G. Ballard?
He's a science fiction writer after the war. Like old fucking shit. And he's English, but you can't tell. It is like just the most modern brilliant shit. It's all exactly happening now. Like 60 years later, he's all dead. Beautifully written. It's very cool. Crazy ideas. Like a lot about time, the future, space. There's too many people, overpopulation. But in a like totally witty. I'm reading a bunch of short stories.
Is this your first time reading J.G. Ballard, or?
No, I picked up a book and I read it, but it was a little difficult for me, just because he got very technical sometimes. But I love reading it. And then these short stories are just everyone in the world has to read them.
Everybody where?
In the world.
Oh, J.G. Ballard. Have you read Robert Heinlein at all? Different science fiction writer, but Robert Heinlein wrote a science fiction book called Magic Inc. It was curious. It was more. He's known for writing science fiction. He wrote Stranger from a Strange Land. Anyway, this is more not exactly science fiction, but the place Magic Inc. was a portal where you go hire guys to go into the astral realm for you.
Like in Dune.
Huh?
Like in Dune.
Is that in Dune? I didn't know that.
Those are the people that take the spice and they direct you. They're their navigators.
Ah. So tell me more about this writer you were mentioning. His name again?
J.G. Ballard.
What's the name of his? How many? Does he have a lot of books?
Yeah, a shit ton. But he's so fucking witty too. And crass. So it's all just like minimal. Ooh, it's just beautiful. It's sublime. The last story I haven't read. There's like 2 stories left to go. And the last story is Why I Want to Fuck Ronald Reagan. It's like 5 pages long. The rest of them were like 25, 30. So I can't even read that.
So this was written at a time when Reagan was an actor?
He was probably at the end of his life.
Oh, I thought you said it was post-war, like World War II.
Yeah.
But Ronald Reagan at that time was an actor.
This is presidency.
Ah.
Because he also... He wasn't even an actor.
Yeah.
I haven't read the age of it. Because the story before it, which is barely a story, it's fucked up. It's like these paragraphs. So good. It's about Jacqueline Kennedy. I want to assassinate, or why they want to assassinate Jacqueline Kennedy, or something like that.
Interesting.
And it was about these psychotic people in a hospital, and they always do tests on people, always testing, but it's not, it's just sublime. Like, you just believe it. Like, and it's English, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like, form, stay up form, get back in line, or that kind of like bureaucracy shit.
Yeah.
He feels so bad, but in an easy way. The thing with space, from what I just read, it's not space, it's like human space. It's in the future, and there's like 120 million people on the planet. Like it has gone up exorbitantly, and so space is of maximum importance. In people's rooms, the maximum space you can have, no matter how much money you have, is like 4 feet, 4 meters squared. So these people have to go around and they get these rooms lent to them, and they're like cardboard in between, and they're paying money and they have jobs, and the streets are constantly mobbed. And there was a bottleneck of people that lasted for 2 days. It's like cool shit. The other one was about fires, and everyone built up instead of going down across. You couldn't. All the land is for farming to farm for other people. So everyone's cities, and there's all these like metal trellises kind of made up, and people throw ladders across and tie them down. And those are like beautiful walkways. And the worst thing in the world would be to be a fire starter. Like if you start a fire, then you wipe out all these people. So they're like major fire
Wow.
Awesome.
Does he have a lot of books, this guy?
Yeah, there's a ton. The one I read was about, not Waterworld, but the underwater world or something. Basically, there's a global warming in the past, way in the future, and they're fucked up. Everything's like it's in the future, but they're still using like calculators, instead of a computer and stuff. So the water came up everywhere, and it washed out cities and everything. So people go and salvage. So they have these like boats that go out and they dive and they try and get what they can. In the meantime, it's moving up to like Antarctica, like the only place you can live. And it's just the story of what happens between these like government people. There was this scientist doing tests. They came there for a while and they got sucked up because everything was hot too. Like 120 degrees in the daytime, and the sun was always up, and all these weird animals were coming back, like giant iguanas and crazy things. These three scientists get drawn to the sun because it's all going to boil away, basically. That's the word. So instead of going back to Antarctica, they decide to stay there. They're having these dreams about the sun, floating in the rain and all this stuff. It's always some kind of craziness.
J.G. Allen.
Ballard.
J.G. Ballard.
Yeah.
Ballard. 2 L's. B-A-L-L-A-R-D.
B-A-L-L-A-R-D. And just like the way that he looks at life, it's the way I look at it too. Yeah. His short stories are very illuminating. Like, the David Foster Wallace, the big movie on him. His best stuff are his short stories. Oh.
Is he a science fiction writer?
No. Fiction, but he used to kind of kill himself just recently, and he had like he won his best book, and then his red book is like
Thick.
it's big, and his other book is big too, and he kind of drones on. He's a perfectionist, so it makes sense. But yeah, he killed himself.
Huh.
He was depressed.
What was his name?
David Foster Wallace.
David Foster Wallace. And he was a contemporary guy?
Yeah. And I fell in love with him a while ago. And I knew he was all fucked up, and you could tell when you read. But I thought you could hang in there. So there's a movie coming out in like 2 months about him.
About him?
Yeah.
Like a big budget movie?
Yeah. I mean, there's blow-ups or anything. No explosions. It's not big budget. There's like a big actor playing it. Because he's the most brilliant person.
Was he also prolific?
Yeah. He got trendy. Infinite Jest is like the famous one. But I'm telling you short stories. I picked it up somewhere. I had no idea who it was a long time ago. And the book was called A Girl with Curious Hair. There were a bunch of short stories, so I went to that title and found the short story. And it was the way that it's him, you can always tell. Whoever the male character is, you can just tell if you walk into it and you feel comfortable with the screen. So he walked into this a classical concert, like in a show outside, meeting some friends, and he, I guess, was a party or something, and there was friends that dropped him off, and he dropped some acid. And he's meeting his other friends, and maybe they're drinking, and they're having a good time. And there's this little girl sitting in front of him, and she's got this curly locks. And he goes around, and he just wants to point them. So he's listening to the music, and he's doing this, and he's introspective, and all this stuff, and he just wanted to point her. It's so brilliant.
And does he ever?
Oh, you have to read it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you press on the bars.
Correct.
Not in the middle.
No, you press behind it, yeah, where you are now.
Oh, you're not on there?
Correct.
Okay. And you're right in the middle?
And you just do it so it doesn't so if it's buzzing like...
These are really tight, and I can't push them.
That's what it should not sound like. That's buzzing. So if it's doing that, you move it forward a little bit.
What if I move down here? It might be easier.
Go ahead.
So that's a good one.
Good?
Okay. Oh, okay. That one's really tight. This one is not as tight. Does that make sense? Just that one? Can you hold them all?
You can do more than one at a time, yeah.
Okay. Can you hold two in the same place?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what else to do.